Oh, huh. My 10-hour playlist must still have been playing. Oh well. Let's take a look at day 13. I didn't actually end up finishing my better version of day 12. It actually fails. I think the tests now. Yeah, one of the values it gets wrong. The second, this one, it gets wrong, and it's probably a small logic error. I find it strange that it does succeed with the first, but not the second in part two. But this in theory works, and I like this a lot better than whatever I had before. But it's a lot more Erlangy, but it's also a bit just worse and slower than my initial trivial solution. Regardless, we're gonna go on to day 13. You reach another volcanically active part of the cave. It would be nice if you could do some kind of thermal imaging so you could tell ahead of time which caves are too hot to safely enter. Fortunately, it seems to be equipped with a thermal camera. When you activate it, you are greeted with congratulations on your purchase. To activate this infrared thermal imaging camera system, please enter the code found on page 1 of the manual. Apparently, they've never used this feature. To your surprise, you manage to find the manual. As you open it, page 1 falls out. It's a large sheet of transparent paper. It's marked with random dots and includes instructions on how to fold it up. For example, fold along axis 5. Okay. So that's going to be our input, which I'll put in here already. So my first intuition already is just parse the line, you know, when it starts with fold. We can fairly easily parse these, so we should be fine here. Yeah, because of you. We do actually need the empty line in here. We do want it, because otherwise it won't break per se, but it's not nice. So we go to part 1. Yeah, just have input for now. The first section is listed dots on transparent paper. It represents the coordinate. The first value increases to the right, increases downwards, so it's XY. Okay. So we're going to 3, so to the right of 00. Oh, like that. It's the normal coordinate you actually use in image processing. The coordinates in this form the following pattern, where hash is a dot and full stop is empty. So there was actually Nick's made something in his printing here, which he did before, which you can do by print get, where he did something where you basically can do something like this, because it gets with the defaults, so you can do 0 equals just a full stop, and A1 equals a hash. So I need to be an overload. Huh? Yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. And now I can print binary. And I actually want to. It's gonna be very similar, but what we can do here is we can have like default. We're gonna assume 0 and 1 are default, so here we can get print get character in front of this, and this should now. Oh, and this will now allow us to. Allow us to very easily print this map. There we go. CU util. So let's grab our values. Start testing. There we got our values. So this becomes an empty list. So first things first. So we want to get something like parse input. And so we have a few options here. So one of them is you start with fold along, and you can do very nice things. So you can actually do this: fold along, and then you do input, or you do fold, and this will now match just the fold. It's really, really neat. And then what I can do is I can do if it doesn't match that, I can do parse input via chord to put in our map, and then because what we can do is we have just a list of inputs, and this will be rest. And if we have parse inputs of an empty list, then we don't care. We just immediately go to parse inputs. And you need to be first, basically. And these always come at the end, so we just do the fold logic here. But for now, we're going to ignore them. But this means it's that I can very easily... Then we already know where we're going to implement the logic. So here we need to add it to the map, and once we're inputs, so once the list is empty, we return our map. I'm sure we need to do that at some point. And parse input with just the lists. So like commands goes to parse inputs. It's commands, plural, and with an empty map. There we go. So now we got to implement this. So what we do is we can get x and y by using this. But it's visible work today, so we won't be able to help us. All right, well, we'll see what we can do. Util parse, which will be our chords, and what was it again? Line type split. Yeah, so line, we have an integer, and we want to split on a comma. And then we just do map x comma y 1. And then we we're gonna do this slightly different. Input rest. Comments never ever have side effects, basically, in Erlang, which is nice and terrible at the same time. What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, because you need to be a comma. Yeah, there we go. So let's see. This technically will be our result already. So what we can do is results equals parse inputs of lines, and then let's util dot print binary map. Did I call it binary map? Yeah, print binary map. Results, And that's gonna be a bit fun because now we need the max and the minimum values. I really should make something for sparse. Or make some kind of default, right? That if you call it without these limits, that you get the min-max automatically. Which is possible by zipping all the keys. Get extent of a map returns. So x's y's equals list zip maps keys of a map. And yeah, let me just do lists min. Is that actually a thing? Yeah, min and max. Yeah, okay. Min x's. What do we have? And then lists min y's. The reason why you can do this on lists is because Erlang has fairly robust comparison rules for types. So this is not very implausible. Oh, and then we just save this, and then what I can do is I need to do print map. It's just map goes to print map and get extent of map. And we do the same for binary map. Oh yeah, we need to export these, of course. Print map. This really doesn't need to look pretty because it sure as hell doesn't. Alright. Alright, so vals is what we have. So we do C day 13 and AoC day, no, oops, day 13 part 1 vals. Undefined function lists zip. Zip 1. Oh, that's over here, right? Yeah, of course. I don't think there's a way to split it, because of course we're combining lists. I'm gonna kind of do the opposite of zip. So pull apart Erlang. What is it even called? The opposite of zip. Listen to tuple. List of tuples to two lists. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, this is the opposite that I want. Here we go. Yeah. So this is what I was thinking about as well, but it's very easy to do. So this is kind of... Ugh. So X is... Yeah, so... This should then work. Bit sloppy. I would imagine there is something you can do here, but oh well. And then why? I guess I can do positions a little bit cleaner as well. There we go. So something's not right. Why is there a 10 here? Huh. Oh, I think the extents aren't correct. Yeah, because you're... There we go, that's better. Not sure why it prints at 10. I think it's because... No, the X's are going on one too much. Wait, are they? Why is there a 10 at the end? Oh, because that's our /n? Yes, it is actually. It is. No, wait, no, because this is the list comprehension. Oh, and I should... Why did print map work decently before? Because I don't like these extra characters here. It makes it a mess to look at. Is it because of this 10 character? Yeah, you're... Am I using print binary map? I am. What the hell's going on? This is totally not important. I'm just confused. I think here I should be doing this. Because this will strip away the quotes. It's better. It's a lot better, actually. It's just in reverse, I think. No, it actually does it correct. 1, 2, 3 dots. Oh yeah, no. I know why. This is actually not print binary map. Nix has been doing very naughty things. So obviously he is to blame and not me. It's because print doesn't print it, it just gives you the string. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna change this one as well. It makes so much more sense this way. Hey there, hamster. You missed me totally accidentally leaving on my 10-hour playlist of Supermax overnights. Such a shame. Anyway, so we have our map here. Good. Each instruction indicates a line on the transparent paper. I want you to fold the paper up or left. In this example, the first fold instruction is fold along y equals 7, where it designates a line from all position where y is 7. Does it mean you delete the line? No, dots will never appear exactly on a fold line. Here, because the paper is transparent, the dot just below them as a result remains visible. Okay, 17 dots. An error with dot on the fold line. Huh. That is strange. It made a square. It's pretty big for just complete the first fold. After the first fold in the example of 17 dots are visible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah. So we actually just fold once. Which means that at the end, we just return map. For now. We'll fix that later. Okay. So now comes the actual fold logic. So fold is going to be again x equals 7. Yeah, so we can get that again. So we get axis as well as position. Parse fold. You are an atom, and you're split by equals. So how do we approach this, right? So everything below the line we mirror. What's the best way of doing that? Just y not minus y. The issue is, but the thing is, we can kind of just grab everything below here and mirror it immediately, so it's not rotated like in place, but it's already rotated on top of here. Ah, fucking hell. Give me a second, I'm gonna add some keywords here. I'm very curious what went wrong, because I had a keyword blocker that stopped that. Block terms and phrases. Question mark by... Yeah, that's weird. Go away. Does it not allow these super short ones? Oh well, I don't know. Get banned. What? Do I get to fit them in gives and dresses? Lala. What the hell? Anyway. 2 lines above and 2 lines below. Yeah, so you actually just nuke everything on the Y7 line. The fuck is Lalafell? I do not know what this is. What the fuck is this? I hate this already, and I've never played Final Fantasy XIV or seen it, I think. Anyway, so let's focus on grabbing a bunch. And then you simply merge the list, which is not very difficult. So, let's flip map. So we get a, it's a race of sentient vegetables. That sounds about right. So we get a map, we get an axis, and we get a line. And what we do is we create a flipped map. We'll change this later probably, because right now it's just empty. And then what I do is first, we want to get the relevant points. Because what I want to do is I just want to get the part of the map that's flipped in its new coordinates. So I just want this section. I guess I could just not do it if the point is below, but that... No, I guess that actually is a decent idea. Because you can just do x equals above. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Is it? I don't know if it is. Because, like, getting the relevant points to flip means that the flipping logic is universal. The other way around is if you just filter them, it's, you might need to have two logics for x and y. No, because you can do and also. I have an idea. You always have what? Yeah, okay, let's do it that way. So that's why day 9 was 8 hours long. No comment. Now day 8 was super long for me. Day 9 was fine. So relevance points would equal keys map. So this is the lists and positions. So what we want to do is we want to do two statements here, but both need to be true. Or both need to be... Now, you can do some horrible logic. Alright, so first, we need to split this out because I need the x and y value. So, x needs to be... Because we'll always go for the below the right section so that it's larger than... So, x is above line. When... and also... And also, axis equals y. Or else... Oh. Y is above. Wrong one. Line. And also, axis equals x. Is that correct? No. So x is above line. Because this statement in itself needs to be true if it's valid. So when x is a... So when x and y are both below line, this will just be completely false. Which is good. So when it's above, when x is above the line but y is below, it's built in fold? No. The map that I'm talking about is a dictionary, not an actual map. Oh, fold? Fold is the normal fold lists, which it's like a way to do summing, right? You know, do you know what folds are in... Oh, wait, you're not a programmer, not a real programmer. Folds in programming are different. Here, fold, lists, fold. Here. It calls the function on successive elements in the lists using an accumulator. There is, I can do something like filter, which is what I'm basically doing right now. So list filter is what I could use as well. Filter. Oh, of course they would. There's no way that doesn't surprise me. But I could also do this. Might be better. Relevant points, plural, equals maps, filter, map. No, we just want filter. We don't actually map. What was it again? Maps, filter. Yeah. The thing is, we know that the value will always be 1 because we won't really have zeros. But I need to make sure to zero out all of the ones. But we can do that by simply deleting all of the relevant points, and we'll just override the rest. It'll be fine. So now we need the true statement. Yeah, it's produce exactly. So true and comma map. Slightly cleaner. So now we need the statement that it's going to be true. So this is the fun bit. So we basically want to only care. Oh no, this needs to be an or else. Yeah, so what I can do, I was flipping this around a bit. So x above line, or else it isn't x is equals y. Because this means that either we care about the x coordinate or it's that. And also, and then the other statement just flipped around. So I just got the logic slightly wonky. So this now gives us all the points where we want to fold. But the thing is, Hamster, there's languages for everything, so it really doesn't surprise me at all. Just a meme about last day, sure, why not? Horrible. All right. So we want to filter them out of the map. Fun part, we can do that fairly easily, which is like, so remove, so like, you are a map without fold the points. This is horrible. Which is kind of the opposite of what we have above, funnily enough. But what I can do here is just because relevant points. Oh, what is it? This returns a map, yeah, which we don't really want, but it's fine. No. Let's do it on lists. Let's not be stupid here. Just make it a little bit easier. Lists. Filter. You don't know how you do with a filter. Okay, yeah. So it should be fairly similar, but now you just call it on element T. So and we do maps, keys, map, which we're actually gonna call just here, because what I'm gonna do. So now instead of KV, we'll get x, comma y. Just slightly easier to handle. And one too many. What? Oh, so we don't close something properly. Yeah. So now what we want to do is we want to do not lists member of k in relevant points and comma map. And so now we need to flip them all. And we can do that fairly easily. Like flipped points equals lists map, right? We have a lists map here. Yeah. Why is there an accumulator? Oh, look at map foldle. I really, yeah, it's annoying. Right, so map, we'll get our function, which we do on x, y. So here I'm thinking about maybe doing a split, but because basically what we're doing is like, so to flip this, you just do like x like line minus this, right? Something like that. Because what you're effectively doing is you're subtracting it. So if our line is 7, and this one is like 14, you want it to become 0. So it's like 2 times this minus this. Or sorry, it's this minus 2 times this, because if this is what was it again? There was some sort of fairly easy equation for this. I think it was just simple subtraction. Because we have 7, this is 8, and we want it to become 7. What was it again? What? You just help me instead of yelling at me, because I know there's something fairly simple that I'm confusing here. What was it again? Like times, like minus x plus line? It's not that haven't been taught, it's just that I forgot how to apply it properly. Wasn't it times minus 1 plus your fold? Which is what I'm doing here. See, I did get the 2 times right. Yeah. So now we just need to do it, apply it to the proper one, because if fold is 0, it becomes 2 times y minus... Yeah, so I'd say 2 times fold minus y is slightly more logical here, because if this fold line is 0, nothing changes. Oh, actually, it all becomes just minus, which is what happens. But now what we want to do is we want to get it to the right x and y, because now we're doing it for both. I could do a fairly simple if axis, or case axis of... Oh no, I've got a way better idea. Now that... it's good. We don't need this either. Because now what I could do... you know, that's a little annoying. This is possible. Just thinking that you don't need to really split out the logic. Because what you can do is something like this. It's like, nah, because you need to actually have just 2 functions. Yeah, so just do case axis of x. Yeah, this is just simpler. Yeah, because you really don't want to do it otherwise. So with the x, we leave the y alone, and we leave the x alone. I think what you can do is define a function and then apply it once, but this is kind of fine as well. Yeah, the syntax is probably wrong. Good. And this should be correct syntax, yeah, all around. Yeah, this is fine. So what do we do? So if we flip along the x-axis, we change the x coordinate, we leave the y alone, which makes sense because then we just move them all over here. And so now flipped points is what we want to apply here. So here we can do a final map equals maps fold. Right? Now we just do a fold on the maps. Yeah. KV Ekin. Our empty accumulator is going to be, it's not going to be empty, it's going to be map without folder points. And we're going to fold in another map. So do I actually need to get a map? But that's not terribly difficult. Yeah, why not? So we don't care about the value. Maps. And so here for the flip points, it's the same thing. Oh, I see I'm using the wrong character there. I find it's weird how it doesn't actually tell you that, but you know. And so we map this into this flipped points. And this is what we return as well. What do you mean map without folder points is unused? Yeah, so there's some syntax error here. Oh yeah, because we do actually need you. And yeah, because there's like no... So this should be correct syntax. Yeah, KV is unused. V is unused. Because we don't care what the value is. And this is now not great. So now what I need to do is do like a map find, I think. Yeah, so we got key value. And we do key in a map. And basically do if this is not equal. So we want it to not be in there. So when it's in there, it's... So we want it to be error. Okay, so what we do here is we just put them in. There we go. Okay, yeah, something's not going right here. And then, of course, we need to... Yeah, no, because for now that actually is going to be unused, so that's fine. Part 1, vowels. Let's see. Bad arguments. Arg1, function is not a function that takes 2 arguments in maps filter line 28. No, wait, that's the wrong one. That's where it gets called. Yeah, where? Well, maps filter's only called once. Ah, I see. It's like this. Yeah, I forgot. No function class matching print get character. What's going on? I think the keys and maps get mucked up somewhere. That's strange. If v value is 1. We really don't care about the value. Which means that this basically just be a list, not even a map. Oh, this could just be a list. No, I know, it's already deleted. Doesn't matter now, we can change it later. So we filter our map here, and if it's not in here, so this should be fine. A maps fold. Letter in k equals 1. Yeah. So, because where it arrows out is in printing, because what it does is just print get character, and the get character here of the maps get is not actually correct anyway. So let's see what we can do then. What do we get? Okay, no, this looks fine. Why are you complaining then? Wait, what's going on? What the hell? Oh, now it's working. But look, it's not doing this correct. Okay, why don't we also get our answer immediately, so we can see that it should be 18. That makes sense because one of them gets overlapped. Oh, where's it going wrong? So the fun thing is I can actually print this everywhere. So for our relevant points, for example, we do get it correctly, and the top part is cut off. So that works correctly. So then we want to do is like flipped points. Why are you complaining? Oh, is that the issue? Ah, yes, I see. So this is where it goes wrong and why we kind of should be using a list. This maps the function correctly, but we don't actually update the position. So we kind of want to do this differently. Where I think what would be best if we just do map comprehension. Should be here, right? Yeah, maps. But there was a way to properly do map comprehension. Yeah, so the syntax is very, very similar. Because what I can then do is flipped points equals x comma y. What syntax do I use? Yeah, this. 1. X comma y. And now we can just do maps keys relevance points, yeah. And then this is if it's x, we do this, yeah. And then for y, we do this. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Because now we can also, I think because we're using the wrong syntax. Yeah, see, this is the no. Yeah, so thank you for this extremely useful error message. Let's say, first of all, you should be aligned. Am I using my case syntax wrong? Don't think so. Yeah, just a syntax error. What do you mean? What do you mean map comprehensions don't exist? Don't they exist yet? They don't exist yet. Oh, it's another. Nice. Oh, that's great. They don't exist yet. Oh, why? I mean, you can do a map from list, right? The reason here purely is I want to print this. Yeah. So what I can do is just make. I'm gonna herk. Gonna irk here. This is not strictly necessary, but yeah. because now I can actually do this, and now we just do maps from lists. Look, this is beautiful code. Don't add me. Hey there, worm. Okay. Hey, that's looking good. It's looking better. I think we're actually done here for part 1. $17. It's good because I'm actually I should actually stop kind of quickly. See if I can do part 2 very quick. There we go. It's the right answer. Finally finished folding the transparent paper according to the instruction. The manuscript the code is all with 8 capital letters. What code do you use to activate the infrared? Because now what I can do is I can do this. And just rest, comma. So we don't care about the result. We do want to print it though. The reason why we're doing this because I want to print out the size. Because we need that for part 1, and I kind of just want to map size flipped map. So now we can test this. So let's go to C and we go to, well, that looks good. So I don't know how to yield the first one, but HZ HZKHFEJZ. There we go, we're done. Please tell me that no one else took longer than like 5 seconds on this. Yikes. And this was because I had to fix my fucking map print. Now, those were part 1. Good, after's only taking 30 seconds. Good, man. Part N returning prints. AoC run. I mean, after I think if I didn't implement this, because the only fix that I needed to do was add this line, and that would have taken about 2 seconds. Oh, and uncommenting this, but we're not here about Delta. How did it take Marvin? I Marvin it off by 1 errors, right? What do you mean with supports return? Oh, you're right, print. But how do you... So they just do like... So there's no real way to test part 2. But how do you... Work on the wrong day. How do you, how do you, like, how would you use that exactly, Nix? Because I guess I could do, like, prints. But this is an atom. Yeah, it's an atom, so you need to return, like, prints. I guess you mean I can return, yeah, prints, comma, and then an answer, but of course we need to extract, like, the first value. I mean, this is completely irrelevant, right? This is totally not useful at all. So we don't even need a part 2. So this is part 2019 code. Yeah, I know how it works, or what you're trying to say, I think. The one with the in-cone painting robot. But I don't have time for that right now, unfortunately. I have to go. Anyway, part 2 is not useful here, so So, I like the code. It's fairly clean. I think this could be cleaned up a little bit more. I'm sure there's some slightly better filtering to do. I can remove all the unnecessary shit and then commit it. But overall, this was a fairly easy day. Not gonna complain. Yeah, comma. And I like the output, you know. It's nice. Yeah, and I guess the IO format one here is important, but easy enough to implement. I don't think I needed to use the map here in the end. It's nice for printing, and I didn't know what day 2 was gonna do, because it could have been something like count the number of things, and that would have made this really easy to adjust, but this wasn't unexpected. We've had this before. But I always find it funny, how do you parse this into, like, an actual, like a textual output? Anyway, easy and nice. Shill being slower than me. Wow. Utterly despicable, truly. Alright. Anything interesting here? What was my score? 7th. Yeah, I mean, today wasn't that complicated. Would be surprised if it was anything else. I guess Marvin and Sozen done yesterday. Surprises me. Hey, Ava. I just texted you. I just finished. I have my nice output here, so I'm just wrapping up and coming over. How long did today take in total? About an hour, with, of course, mucking about and pre-stream shit, so not too bad. I really like the parser, though. It makes stuff like this super easy to do. And I wrote that myself, actually. For once, it wasn't with the help of Nix. Okay, somewhat, but mostly me. Okay, somewhat me. It's also totally future-proof. Totally future-proof. But, yeah. What's it in the end? Like 20, 26 lines? No, a little bit less. Think if there's any real quick ways to improve this. I think this could be done a little cleaner. But there aren't tertiaries, as far as I know, in Erlang. Otherwise, I would have done something like, you know, y if axis equals x else, and then do the other bits, which I think would be... It wouldn't be cleaner, that's for damn sure. It just It just would be slightly easier. I mean, it's funny you say that, but I've just finished. Today, I would have been done, I think, 20 minutes earlier if I had decided not to use maps, but you couldn't have known that beforehand. Because it would have made some of this logic a little bit easier. But, yeah, making this into a ternary makes this like twice as long, but allows you to strip one line in these cases, but, wow. Ending the moment I wake up. Gotta wake up earlier, my man. What am I, strudel? No, that's like ending just as you go to bed. Or, sorry, starting just as you go to bed. That's strudel. Anyway. Nice day. I liked it. It's fun. I always kind of like these because they have slightly unorthodox things. Don't you often end the moment strudel gets to work? Sometimes, because that's when I do like an afternoon. Because wait, what was it again? The time zones are always fucked up. I never remember them correctly. No, yeah, because it's I start when I go to bed, and then he wakes up super duper early, and that's like at like 10-ish is the moment that he gets to work. A little earlier, right? When I'm like done at like 10, 11 with my stream. That's when he gets to work, and then I stop because I'm done. Anyway, anything else here? No list comprehensions today. I'm sure Nix is proud of me. Anyway, I gotta go. See you guys later.